We're in Berkeley seeing baby Abby, and so we're passing the morning while they get COVID tests by taking a little walk near our Airbnb. And so there's another walk near us called the Boynton Walk, Boynton, which is one of these walks all across the city that bifurcate neighborhoods and take you from one level way up to another level at another street lower down, near to more public transport. This is a very green and shady one. You can see there are private residences on both sides. And the steps, they're a little bit steep actually. Let's see if I make it up without getting out of breath. They're very private, but they're open to the public, of course. And they're great for exercise. Here's someone's front porch that just leads right onto Boynton Walk. And here we are at the top. You can see it's called Boynton Walk because it starts at Boynton Avenue. Cool and green and shady. We're just about ready to begin another pathway here in Berkeley. And we look to our left and there's this gorgeous view. If you look really carefully, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. Here's another pathway. It's called Maryland Walk. There are 136 pathways in Berkeley that crisscross the hills, and they were built essentially by the private developers as they began to build houses on the hills, because Berkeley is not a grid. Berkeley has lots of twisting roads and through the hills, and so these pathways became very popular because in the early days people didn't have cars and some didn't have horses to get around on the streets. And so people would use these pedestrian pathways to get from place to place and to get to public transit. Here we are at the top of the pathway. It's also very cool and green and very well taken care of. The concrete steps are swept and clean, and it was a lovely little walk. And I'm completely out of breath. And here's our last path for the morning, public path number 9, which is at the intersection of Yale and Princeton, a very Ivy League kind of path. This path is different from all the other paths that I've been on because it is wooden steps with earth in between. Again, it's between two, in a neighborhood between two houses. Many houses. It feels much more rustic, much more like a hike when it's not a concrete pathway. And these are not quite as steep. So it's possible I won't be exactly as out of breath as I was before. These paths are maintained by volunteers in Berkeley that care about them and care about the environment and providing outdoor space and recreation for the city. Here's a lovely holly tree, I think. Lots of red berries. And here's somebody's beautiful backyard. Here's a view of the path from the very top. You can see about 3/4 of the way up, there's a little bench, which, believe me, you need. This was a big walk. These houses here on both sides are probably 3-story houses, and they have a spectacular view of the bay and of San Francisco. But today we're here grounded on this little path in the middle of Berkeley, enjoying our morning walk. It's a lovely morning in Kensington as we wait to see our baby Abby. And P.S. Look at the progress on the garden here at our B&B. There's these are second bloom peppers that are having fruit on them, which is so lovely. More potatoes, very little potatoes, but they're there. See them? And then over here, the eggplant. Looks like some of the eggplant's been harvested, but still some blooms coming. But wait till you see this. Look at all this lettuce. I think it might be a similar kind of lettuce that I have in my garden. It looks very similar. The Badavan lettuce, maybe? Lettuce here, and then the little planters. Looks so healthy and fun. Plus, you'll see over there, there's some onions. Let's get over there and see those onions. That all look very happy too. So she's having a very successful garden year here at my Airbnb.